Hey everyone, it's Dani if you're new here. Since you're here, you're probably a business owner too like me. Maybe you're someone who's just starting out, or maybe someone who's lost in the world of social media. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about my social media journey, starting from 0 followers to almost 6K followers and having a consistent number of clients every month. So just a background, I have a beauty lounge in Makati. I didn't start with a beauty lounge. I didn't have any space. I was just a one-woman team going around Manila doing home service with my car. I didn't have any foot traffic because I was just doing home service. So I knew that I needed to start showcasing my work on social media. I started this back in 2023. I was new in the industry and I just got certified. The first 2 months of 2023, I was getting models and I was taking a lot of pictures and lots of videos because I needed the practice and I also needed to build my portfolio as well. Starting social media was very natural to me because I'm a Gen Z and I love making content. I'm always on social media and I knew everyone was on there because my mom, my grandma, my younger siblings are all there. So I know that everyone's on social media, but it really depends on which platform you're gonna use. You need to know your target clients first and choose the right platform for your business. And we're gonna talk about that in a bit. But in this generation, I think it's really crucial for us small businesses to have a social media presence because most people go to social media for recommendations, for suggestions on what they're looking for, and it's also free. So it just makes sense for us small businesses to start on social media because it's a free marketing tool. Posting on social media is free. You just have to post the right content to attract your target clients. And that's how I got my first few clients as well. So let's talk about choosing the right platform for you. I know there's so many to choose from. There's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn. There's so many. But for every platform, there's also different kinds of people who goes on there. So for my business, I have a beauty lounge and we specialize in natural looking lashes. We also do brows and nails as well, but we specialize in Japanese lash extensions. So for my type of business and for the clients that I wanted to attract, I decided to focus on Instagram. Most of my posts are on the aesthetic side and I think it resonates more with the Instagram audience than the Facebook audience. I know TikTok and Facebook is also good. I see more engagement on Instagram rather than TikTok and Facebook because I was also doing those as well, but I completely stopped doing TikTok. Though since Facebook is very popular here in the Philippines, people also go to Facebook pages to check the credibility of the business. I also think that cross-posting on Facebook is the right way to go for my business. So I decided to start with Instagram and Facebook because I know all my target clients are there, are mostly there. I know some are also on TikTok, but I know that I get more engagement and leads on Instagram, so I'm focusing on that right now. And Facebook is only on the side, it's for cross-posting only, just to build credibility for my business page. So you can also do that. That's mostly what businesses here in the Philippines do. But our target audience might not be the same, so you really need to know your ideal clients and where they are, what are their habits, what are their interests, and that helps you determine which platform is good for you. I'm not a social media expert, but in my way of thinking, I would say Facebook is more for the older people like titas and titos. I think Facebook is good for usual services like handiworks, like plumbing, pest control, cleaning, curtains, mirror. Me, I tend to look for those services on Facebook. On Instagram, it's also a wide range, just like Facebook. Instagram is good for aesthetics like mine and maybe food, interior design, graphic design, so much more. A lot of businesses are doing Instagram more than Facebook right now. So on TikTok, it's more of the younger generation. I don't see a lot of older people go on TikTok to scroll and check out other businesses, products they wanna check. TikTok is great for building community. TikTok is where you post your behind the scenes, the unfiltered moments in your business. I think TikTok pushes those a lot, and I think a lot of people like those videos as well on TikTok. So if you want to build a community for your business, I think TikTok and Instagram would be the way to go. And then there's Pinterest. I don't think it's that popular here in the Philippines, but if your targets are international clients or international customers, so you might want to try that out. I would say Pinterest would be more on the product-based businesses. And then we have LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more of work-related, really. I don't even have a LinkedIn. In my way of thinking, LinkedIn is more of the professional side. So that could be B2B businesses. It could be services like graphic design, production, consulting, copywriters. I think those are more on the LinkedIn side. I think the best way to start is to choose 1 to 2 platforms to focus on, having a main platform and somewhere you just want to cross post, and then experiment a lot and see for a few months if it's going well. And then you can always pivot and change to a different social media platform. When I was starting, I really didn't have a workflow or any systems in place for posting on social media. But I'll share what I've done starting from 0 followers and what I've changed since then. So when I started on Instagram, I didn't plan anything for social media. I was just taking a lot of pictures and videos of my models and my first clients and posting it on Instagram the day itself. But now I have more structure. And for captions, I was doing quotes, like beauty quotes or self-care quotes. It was at the time that quotes were still trendy. But now we have ChatGPT. Now I changed the workflow a bit. So right now I have 5 steps in my content workflow. So first is listing down content ideas that comes to mind and that my audience would like. So I have 3 categories for content. That's educational, showcase, and entertainment. Educational posts are where people get value from your post. Like for my business, that would be what lash map we use for the model, what are the aftercare tips to a long-lasting lash extensions, what things to avoid, what things to do before your appointment, something like that. Those content ideas are considered as educational because they bring value to your audience. And then for showcase, it's more of the aesthetic side. It's more of showcasing our work. That could be the nails, our lashes, the brows, before and after, the studio itself, how it feels like to be in our studio. So that would be in the showcase category of content. And then for entertainment, we don't usually do entertainment, but we try our best, especially when we were doing TikTok as well. We tried doing trendy reels, like what they do on TikTok and Instagram. And then we recreated according to our niche, which is a beauty lounge. So when I see something good on reels and something that I want to recreate, I have a collection on Instagram. I save it there and then go back to it when I need inspiration. Since I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, I also check our analytics. I check which content got more engagement than the others. Good engagement for me is if someone shared it, someone commented on it, or someone saved it. Likes are also good for engagement, but I check more on the comments, the shares, and the save. I think it really shows that the audience really liked it and they had to share it to someone or they had to save it for the future. I'm still happy to see that people like our content, but when I make content and I check our analytics, that's what I check more. And then from there, I have that listed down on Notion. I do weekly content planning. So I don't do monthly because it's too much for me and I don't think I can follow a monthly plan. It will change anyway, so I'm just doing it per week. After that, I make a page where I put the title of the video, the description, what I'm gonna do, and then the caption and the hashtag. I'm taking you guys closer to me because I'm charging the camera. With a lot of experience, I am more organized now. For my videos and pictures, I don't always have people to film. So what I do is I make a content vault. So when we started having a space in Makati, we started making our content vault. That's when we get models, influencers, so we can take pictures and videos of them. If you would see our Instagram, some images are already repurposed from last year. Depends on the weekly content if I need a model, but usually I don't need it anymore. I already have a lot in our content vault. But sometimes if there's no models or influencers, I usually do it myself. If it's a carousel or if it's a static post, I use Canva to edit it, and I also use Lightroom to edit the photos first. Because with Lightroom, the editing is more detailed in Lightroom than in Canva. And then if it's a reel, I just use CapCut to do everything. So with CapCut, I do the cutting, the color grading, some effects, and text as well. Since Instagram is my main platform, I schedule it on Instagram, especially the reels, because Instagram there's music. You can choose your music, and I'm really picky with music because that's what sets the mood and the vibe for that video. I don't think I use much of the business suite of Meta. I schedule everything on Instagram. Since Instagram is already linked with my Facebook account, it just automatically posts. So that's how my workflow has been recently. From a one-woman team to a team of 5. It's really crazy to think that I already have people under me. Yeah, I'm really just grateful. With having a team, there's also more responsibilities and duties as a leader and a small business owner. Recently, I started getting help from a social media team. That team is actually my friend and her team. If you've watched my first vlog, I just got onboarded a few weeks ago, and we also did a content shoot last week, so you're gonna see that in a bit. So with having a lot of responsibilities, I know that I needed to outsource the social media area of the business because I can't just let go of social media because it is very crucial for my business to have a social media presence. That's why I decided to get a social media team to handle it. And I know it's not for everyone, especially if you're just starting out. You don't need a social media manager yet. If you can do it on your own, the better. You should get a social media team if there's enough resources like funds, if you have a consistent income to pay for it, if you just don't really have the time to do it on your own, or if you don't have the creativity to do it on your own and you rely on social media. But if you're just starting out and you don't have any funds for that yet and you can still do it on your own, then I would highly suggest to do it on your own first. I did have doubts on get a social media team. I had to weigh the pros and cons of getting one. So let's start with the cons of getting a social media team. It's a bit pricey, especially for a small business right now, but if you allot a budget for it, and then that's okay. So personally, I am picky with content because I really know what I want. You do have to test a few times to find the perfect match for you. Not everyone will get your vision for your social media or for the content that you want to make. So you gotta test around. Since I started the business, I already went through 3 teams. So the first one was a social media team that I got on Instagram. The second was an intern that I trained. And then now it's my friend and her team. Social media teams will do the best they can to achieve what you're asking for, what your vision is for the content, but not everyone will match your standards. So there's a lot of trial and errors with having a social media team. It's them getting to know you and you getting to know their limits. And then for the pros of getting a social media team, I would say it's a good investment for me since social media is an important part of my business. That's where we get our clients and that's where we showcase our works. So we really need to be consistent with our posting. It's also a lot of workload off my shoulders. So I think a lot of ideas for it. So I think about the message, who the content is attract, what hook, what text to put on the video, what captions to make, the music. Having all those stuff taken away from me is really good for me, for my mental health, for being more productive, I guess, as a business owner. As of my to-do list, there's more time for me to do other stuff in the business. So those are the pros and cons of getting a social media team. So it's pricey. Not everyone will match your style, and there's a lot of trial and error. And then for the pros, it's a good investment depending on your business and depending on or finances in the business. It gives you more time to do other important work. It's a lot of things off of your to-do list, and you have someone to rely on to execute your ideas properly. For me, it just made sense to get a social media team by this stage of our business. So let me just show you how our photo shoot day went, because it was our first time doing it with the new social media team, and it was just a lot of fun. It's a mini vlog of our photo shoot day. Hey guys, I'm back. Before we finish this video, I just wanted to encourage you to start now and don't overthink it. You will improve over time with more practice and more experience in the social media world. You'll be better in the future. Over time, you'll get the aesthetic that you want, the vibe that you want, the content that you want, the scheduling that you want. You'll have your own system. Always pivot as you go, because your content will change, you will change, your vibe will change. Everything is always changing, so just start now. I'm sure you'll get a lot of opportunities when you start social media. Just enjoy the process, enjoy posting your works, be proud of your work. I wish you all the best in your business venture, and I hope to see you on the next video. See you!